1,000 years ago, hunting wild boar was as dangerous for the hunter as it was for the hunted. I have decided to go medieval on a Eurasian wild boar. But the risks are high. These boars are skilled fighters, and they will fight back ferociously. I am Manny Puig. I have spent my whole life learning to survive like Tarzan in the most dangerous and primitive wilderness, where you can be killed or eaten. I have learned the ways of giant, man-eating predators, deadly sharks and reptiles, where every encounter may spell disaster in the savage wild. Medieval Europe, 1000 AD. It was a time of the Normans, the Saxons, and the Vikings, and when boar hunting with a spear was at its prime. I love history, especially the medieval period, and Viking weapons were my favorite. That's why I designed my spears after the Viking culture. I designed all my spears, all my knives, even my Viking helmets. I do them all by hand. This is made out of 3 or 4 stainless. I carved this in here by hand. This is red oak. Everything I do myself. Most of my spears weigh between 5.5 and 7 pounds. For example, this is 3/4 of an inch in diameter. You have to get close with them. They're heavy and designed for heavy impact. Some are more barbed than others like this, so they can hold on to. One is for throwing and another one is for backup. You throw the spear into the boar, then I use another one in case the boar attacks me and comes at me, where I can thrust into the boar and protect myself. Recently, I started making the handles out of stainless steel to give the spears a little bit of more weight for a little bit more impact and more durability. All the work like you see in here, I do all this by hand. I am a sculptor, and I love to sculpt in steel, and bronze and metals. This spearhead is made out of 416 stainless. The others are made out of 304. A lot of I do them all different. I do them with a hand file, a lot of them. I carve them. I put a belt sander on them. Other ones I've had some cut with machines. Others I buy the metal. I have a welder weld pieces together, and I do them all the finished work on them by hand. I shape them and I design them in every which way. Same thing with my knives and everything else I do. I gotta have my hands on everything. This helmet is authentic. It's a Viking war helmet from 1,000 years ago. I made it by hand. I pounded all the steel together, and it's out of stainless steel. I'm going to tell you something about Viking helmets. This right here is designed to strap and hold the helmet in, so when you go into battle, it doesn't fall off you and it protects your face right here. But when they were traveling, a lot of times the Vikings would do this and tie it up here like this. So from a distance, it looked like they had horns on their helmets or wings. That's where the legend comes from. I'm not going to hunt with this, but I just love this stuff. This is my heaviest spear. On a large board, this is what I want to use. On a lighter board, I can use some of my other spears, but I specifically made this in 7 pounds, and this one kills you. I spend hours every day practicing with my spears. Believe me, throwing around a 7-pound spear wears on your shoulder. It tears it up. I'm left-handed, so I'm throwing out with my right so I don't burn out my left too bad. This is a little bit lighter. It's heavier than some of my other ones. It's more like a medium weight. And I'm going to practice with my right hand. I use both hands in case I need to, and I can throw even both spears at the same time. Which might come in handy when you're being charged by a 400-pound boar with 3-inch tusk. Using only medieval spears based on Viking designs 1,000 years old. I am about to come face to face with a noble savage. A Eurasian wild boar that is fearless and will attack anyone who comes near. Look at the damage they've done. This is completely wrecked, acres and acres of it. These wild hogs destroying great grazing land. What they do is they like cattle ranches because they like to hide in the forest, and at night they come out in the grass fields and just root up and tear and feed on this. So this is an ideal environment for them, believe it or not. It's early morning. I'm out here to meet a rancher. This is a huge ranch. It's thousands of acres of private land in Central Florida. He has a hog prowl. Especially this one huge hog that's been tearing up all the sod out here, all the field. This is where the cows need to pasture on, and it's wrecking everything, and it's killed some of his dogs. So I'm out here to help him. I'm gonna see if I can get it for him.
Morning, Manny. How you doing?
Good morning.
Buddy, I've got you a big, mean boar hog. Thing's big old giant yellow. It's tearing my pastures up. Put dogs on him a couple of weeks ago. Killed 2 of my dogs. I knew this was the kind of hog you like. So I called you. Now, I need you to do your part.
It sounds like a nightmare.
It is. Look what he's doing to the pasture.
No, I know, but I'm gonna try to stalk, see the situation, see how I can find him.
See this big oak island? This is a big old oak island that runs down there to this pasture, and he's living inside that oak island. I seen him go in here this morning at the crack of daylight, so I know he's living right here. Like I said, we'll start in on the far end of the island, we'll go in and we'll see what we can do.
Let's
see if we can find him.
I'm gonna try to stalk him, and if that doesn't work, I'll try an ambush.
Well,
but this is a very dangerous animal. I really know what hogs can do. I'm always at edge. They're extremely intelligent. This guy's very old, so he knows.
This thing is ancient, buddy.
That's the worst kind.
Now, a boar hog around the ranch generally weighs 175, 200 pounds. This thing's going to bump 275, 300 pounds. He's big, fat thing, looks like a bar, but what I think it is he's so old, the other hogs have shifted him off by himself, and he don't have no girlfriend, so he's really irritable.
He's dangerous.
Yeah, he's real dangerous. Like I say, I had to bury 2 of my dogs last week because of him, so we got to get him killed. We got to get him off the ranch. I mean, we have other people out here. We have cows, and we need him gone.
Terry, I'm so glad you called me. This is an honor that you picked me to come and try to hunt this monster hog you have out here. I'd like to try to stalk him, try to tell me more about where I can find him. I'm going to try to stalk him first, see if I can get close enough to him, throw a spear at him, test out the situation.
There's a big palmetto rough on the far end of this oak island, and generally that's where they bed in the palmettos, and that's the biggest palmetto rough, so that would be your best place to start. You can sneak up there, you can try to find him in his bed. Pretty thick, you might have a hard time. If you can't get him there, then we'll put you down. We got a big oak tree on the far end of this oak island. You're perfect for getting up in.
Right around the time they start moving around, I got to get up there before they start cruising.
Well, moondown's about 10:30, and these hogs will get up and feed. They feed by the moon, strictly by the moon. So 10:30, perfect time to get in there. He'll get up, he'll go to feed down this oak head looking for acorns.
But right now it's in the palmettos. Mm-hmm. Palmettos, to me, are a nightmare. Yeah, that experience is in there. That's
really close. So like I say, go in here, take a look, see if you can find him in his bed. If you can't find him in his bed, back on out, don't scare him, and we'll put you up in that oak tree. And like I say, 10:30, moon goes down, he'll come right down this oak tree.
Okay, let me try to start stalking him.
All right, let's go.
right here, see, this is you see like the grass is like a little dented in here like this? This is a hog trail. This is a trail they've been walking on through here. You look in here, see inside those bushes in there? They love thickets. What they do, it's shaded in there. And they dig up the dirt and they lay in there, they flatten in there. Sometimes you can walk by here and they're hiding in there, they won't move, they sit there. They're extremely intelligent, they lay their body flattened and they blend right in. Extras of camouflage, and they will not move until they know they're compromised. I gotta find out where they're laying at, their trails, everything. They're very smart, so I gotta outsmart them. That's the only way I'm gonna get one of these boars, especially a big one with this. Armed only with medieval spears, I'm about to take on a wild boar. A vicious animal that has already killed dogs and is tearing up farmland. After talking to the landowner, I know I have my work cut out for me. Now the medieval hunt for this killer wild boar begins. Let me go inside the hammock. This hammock is surrounded by pastures. It's about 600 yards long and 200 yards wide. A tangled thicket, perfect for wild boar to hide out during the day. I'm going to ease my way along and see if I can spot him laying low on the palmetto before he spots me. Moving through this dead vegetation on the ground without making noise takes concentration. I have to be careful not to snap twigs. This hammock is very shaded in here. It's blocking the sun out. This is ideal. For the middle of the day, later on in the day, they're going to be in here. This is perfect. Very thick up on top, so it's dark in here. All these acorn shells. Another reason the hogs come in here, not only do they have cover and shade, and when the acorns are dropping, they have an incredible amount of food, so they can stay in here, hide in here, and eat acorns all the time. Right now, most of the acorns are dropped, so they're outside tearing up the sod. That's what they're doing right now, and coming back in here for shelter. There's waters like this everywhere. There's signs everywhere. This is still moist. I have a big boar. It's an extremely dangerous animal. He's very old. He's very smart. I've been across some dangerous boars before. I've been hurt. This guy makes me very, very uneasy. You know, he's like 3 steps ahead of me. So I don't feel confident going up against this wild boar. Eyesight is not very good, but he can pick up movement. up like this, and you freeze, and you move, he doesn't see you. When you go like that, he sees you, but when he does, he smells. He's one of the best senses of smell on the planet. He can hear you very well, and he can smell you very well. His nose is his main weapon. You have to be downwind of him, or else he'll spot you 100 yards away and he's gone. Or he'll set you up, he knows you're coming. But if you lean up into the open, if you're in the open like this, he'll see you. But if you're up against something, blend right in, especially camouflage, he'll think you're a tree.
As I explore the hammock, I suddenly spot the boar. He is with a large black sow, and she is staring right at me. I am busted.
I've seen him already. I'm dangerously close. I gotta wait for it to start moving. I don't have a shot right here. The only thing he's got, he knows I'm here. So I'm the one who's being set up right now. He's got the edge on me. I need to have the edge on him. This is not working for me right now.
The sow doesn't take her eyes off of me, and the boar doesn't move a muscle.
This hawk is not gonna ambush me. I'm gonna get set up. I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna ambush him. I'm not gonna go in here and let him kill me.
That boar's protecting that sow, and anybody comes near her, he'll attack it.
The boar is watching my every move. His eyes are those of a savage killer, waiting for the right time to lunge at me. I am going to try a very bold approach. Walk right up to spear range and see if I can kill him. But my throw is high and just brushes over his back. He stands and faces me down. If he charges, I will have to keep him off of me with my spear. My heart is racing as he sizes me up. And decides not to charge yet. I back away slowly, and the standoff ends.
I gotta get my spear. My mouth is dry, man. I don't have a clear shot. That boar almost charged me.
I decide to use the thickets behind the hogs as a barrier against a charge, allowing me to get close. But I will have to throw through the dense branches. The spear slams into his side, and he goes crazy with rage. Then the spear comes out, and he bolts off.
Think I got a good hit on him? I think I got a good hit on him. I'm gonna go track him. I'm so dehydrated. My mouth is dry. And plus my nerves are shot. I didn't want to get him here. I knew he was gonna kill me for sure. So he was holding his ground. I went over there. I came down right from those trees in there where I could get close to him. I had to shoot like this because all the branches ran away. And boom! I'm gonna give him a break, let him die. Let him die, hopefully, and then I'm gonna go track him. I don't want to find him alive. Now it's really dangerous. Here's this bed. The boar was protecting the sow. And then when I stuck him, he went crazy. I got in that seat, and that where I was, it was all full of branches. It was like a natural shield. So I was shielding myself so I could get to him. And I said, there's no way. I don't want to be standing right here and throw at him, but he's going to kill me. The minute I hit him, he came looking to see who he could kill. He was just unleashing his fury. Now it's just a waiting game. So you can see there is the blood. It went about that deep, but he's got the skin, the fat, and all the thick layers. This is about a 300-pound monster. But hopefully I punctured one of his lungs and I can find him. I can't believe he ripped this thing out. This is Bart. Decided to stay in him and he's able to struggle to rip this thing out of himself. That's beyond me.
I managed to find him again. And as I throw my spear, he charges away. And decides to unleash his full rage on our cameraman, who barely escaped serious injury.
This is a nightmare. I put 2 spears into this boar and it's still running around like a tank. I know it's hurt. I'm hoping it's gonna fall over soon, but I may have to put another spear into it.
I got the lungs right here. I'm pretty sure I got them. I see bubbles coming out. And then I had to run in and stick them here and hold them down to keep them off of me. And I head on, so I pinned them down, and I think it's over. It's over now. It's over. It's already, yeah, it's gone.
1,000 years ago, there were no guns, and bows and arrows were ineffective to hunt wild boar. Spears was the way to go. You had to be savage and you had to be wild. I'll see you next week.